archive. It has been locked off. It can't be that big of a deal. I'm sure it's cool, but no, it's just a lot of fun. Elaine, you should be ashamed of yourself. It's everything. Your life up to now was empty, and you didn't even realize it. Oh, idiot. I have a bad feeling about this. We haven't even begun. It's just been a long, sad preamble. Much like everything that's ever come out of my face. A long preamble to Hot Springs. You know it. Hot Springs doesn't really describe it well, given that we all seem to be wearing, jumpers. I would guess the answer to that question is no. It's more like a really warm river. It's not an image I needed in my mind. You're quite the poet. Aren't things like this better in the summer? No, nothing like soaking in the hot water surrounded by snow. Yes, being very cold and then jumping into something very hot, that definitely isn't dangerous. I'll take your word for it. Looks like we're about 40 minutes away. You quoted with the map. It's just Chalk Creek Road all the way up. Take a bit of driving. I can do a bit of driving. How exciting. I'm not very good at driving. Right then, good evening ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to a little game called Zero Visibility, which, as you may have thought at the beginning, is not a visual novel. No, on the contrary, it seems to be a little, it was described as a cosmic horror game, which is interesting. Was there snow in the forecast? No, I checked this morning. It is mountains. Anything can happen. Right, I think mountains are actually a place we almost always get snow, and also I love the fact that we've stopped the car in order to have this little discussion amongst ourselves before we carry on. Right then. So I can faintly hear a piece of music that seems very familiar, but we'll hold off on that for a second. Will they still be open? Of course they'll be open. Hot Springs doesn't close for snow. Drive slow. I couldn't get much faster even if I wanted to. The Trashmobile can barely handle all these hills. Surely these hot springs are just a warm river. You know, they're not a post office. They don't close on the bank holiday. But never mind. Yes, apparently this is a little game about 4 friends that go off a little journey, and they get caught in a blizzard. The snow is really picking up. This doesn't look good. Maybe we should go back. We're way closer to the hot springs than we are to home. And we can stay there overnight if we need to. Yes, if we get cold, we can just sleep in the water, because that isn't silly or anything. Of course, this had to happen today. The one day we were all free. It's fine, Sarah. Just focus on driving. We've got a map, and you've all been here before. Everyone be on the lookout for street signs. You know the Donner Party? A political party where the only political promise they make is free Donner meat for all their voters? Goodness, this sounds like a political party I can get behind. Oh, you meant like a party of people, didn't we? Never mind. Well, when we inevitably get around to eating each other, you're not helping. Just trying to keep up the morale. I vote we eat Leo first. Oh, maybe instead that's referencing one of those like downed aeroplanes where people have been trapped and had to engage in the worst forms of cuisine in order to survive. What was that? Did you see something on the road? Right about where that fork is, I just saw something appear for a moment. Hold up, there's a street sign. What does it say? I can't read it from here, then you have to take your driving license away. I shall pull over and we shall hop out and take a look. 15 seconds tops. I bet we could get a nice marble oh, shut up. Maybe what are you wittering on about, you dunce? Right then, can I exit the car? Yes, I can. And all of us can go for some reason, despite the three of us staying in the car would keep us warmer. But never mind. Let's go and investigate. Goodness, this is unique. Right, it seems we are on Scribble Hill. What kind of psychopath would do this to facing a sign? Well, a graffiti artist, I don't know. The sign is all scratched out. It is completely illegible. Well, let's think about this logically, says Mrs. Computer. We're at a fork and there's a tunnel ahead that branches off to the side. Anything like this on the map? There were like 5 different forks in this area. So we're lost. We're not lost. We didn't take any turns since getting on Chalk Creek Road. If we keep moving, we should reach Johnson Village any minute now. Can we discuss this in the... Yeah, I would have said that earlier. Also, it seems pretty obvious that we should go right, given that we can't go left. Oh yes, I must investigate this. It seems there's been a bit of a landslide. It is completely caved in. That was the word I was looking for, not landslide. I wanted to say avalanche at first, but that wouldn't have been right either. Huzzah and hooray. Right there. Can I run? No. But given that we don't even seem to have bendable legs, just have small conveyor belts attached to the underside of our shoes, perhaps it's best that we don't try running. Alright then. I must say this is very unique. I've never... Oh. Bollocks. The cars have it... There's that thing on the road again! The car seems to be having a little bit of an accident. Oh dear. It's lost its bladder control. Yeah, I've never seen a game quite like this before in terms of like the visual style, I suppose. What was that? I don't know. The car is chugging. We must be out of gas. How? We had half a tank nearly 20 minutes ago. Maybe there is a leak. Oh dear. Was I supposed to get out and notice that earlier? No, there seems to be an abominable snowman around somewhere. Well, what do we do? We'll freeze if we stay in here. We have to continue on foot. Grab anything warm you can find and bundle up. Yes, we seem to have left a piddle of oil behind us. Right then, we'll leave our little, I do actually recognise the shape of this car, but I can't for the life of me remember what it's called or what manufacturer it's by. Right then, we'll have to leave the car behind, which is sad given it's the only car I've ever driven without it being a massive catastrophe. Yes, fire engines, that's what I was thinking. We could ask them for help. Yes, that seems like a good idea. And there's that little demon creature again. Oh dear. Well, there's nobody here. I'm just going to go out on a limb as Mr. Fortune Teller and say that. And then slide. The doors to the trucks are open. I don't think they are still here. There are footprints in the snow. They look fresh. Yeah, the question is, are they the footprints of the people that ran away, or are they the footprints of the person that ate them? I don't suppose we'll ever find out. Camera angle shows that, but it's kind of like it's pivoted down. Most mysterious. What have we here? Pretty sinister. Really? 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 So let's see. We're on top of a mountain, there's missing people, there's a broken down car, there's a demon that keeps popping out of the shadows, there's spiky things on the ground, and there's red lights everywhere. Yes, I think I'd say that's basically sinister. I've never seen anything like this. You're into rocks, right? Not enough to recognize this. Basalt, maybe, but the angles are too perfect. They look man-made. I don't like this. I think we should go back the way we came. To what? To what? We have to walk all the way down the mountain if we went back the way we came. There's nowhere to go. Somebody sat on my violin. Why did you do that? Idiot. Oh, Sarah's gone. Oh, why did you stop? Oh, I thought Sarah disappeared. Oh no, there she is. I do apologise. She was just hiding in someone else's silhouette. I'm fine. Let's keep moving. Yes, I just got scared by the Stradivarius. Right then, it seems like there's been a little bit of an accident. We'll get to all of that in 2 Shakes of a Lamb's Tale. This thing is old. Are all trains old? Looks like a model train kit. Like a kid got frustrated and tossed it across the room. Yeah, perhaps you could say that. It also seems tiny. Perhaps that's what you were getting at when you said it was a mob. Can I walk off the edge? No, I can't. Alright, then we do have some sense of self-preservation. It does beg the question why we came in the middle of winter, though. There is something here. This pile of rocks. There is a note on it. Please send help. One of us is injured, and the blizzard is only getting worse. There are fresh footprints in the snow, but we've searched for hours and haven't found a soul. We've tried to retrace the steps, but we cannot find the way out. We've been waiting for the search party, but this note was a bit longer than we expected, which means I rather regret doing this deep voice, which is making my voice hurt. I don't think it's coming. The bridge is damaged, but we think we can fix it. If you find this note, we've gone on ahead. Maybe we'll find a way out of this damned mountain. I don't like this. Perhaps we should go... Yes, you already said that earlier, and I don't believe you. I think you are wrong and incorrect and stupid. This doesn't look sturdy at all. It's the only way forward, so it doesn't matter if it's sturdy or not. Since when did we put Sarah in charge? Because I am the driver, and that instantly makes me more intelligent than everybody else. No, but actually, does this seem unnecessarily dangerous to anyone else? We're climbing across an old rickety bridge above a spiky pit. I think we should go back the way we came. We should try to make it back down the mountain off foot. That would take forever. It's 3 hours from here by car. Man alive. Even if we were going as little as 30 miles per hour, which is 10 times faster than the speed of walking, that would take us over a day to get back. Ouch. This is the ladders. Right, and there's the, what's it called? The Ice Fortress? I can't remember. That thing that Superman lives in. Sarah, what's up with you? Am I playing as Sarah then, presumably? Because the camera does seem to be pivoting around me, and Sarah was driving the car. Did all of you see that? Can we talk about this when we're not 2 steps from falling to our deaths? Fair point. We shouldn't stop here. Must admit, I wasn't expecting to be waltzing across some scaffolding this afternoon. Right then. I do apologise. Slight jump cut while we removed a horrifically oversized yawn that I've been holding in for the past quarter of an hour. Right there. Let's avoid all of these strange spikes. Which, do you hear what they remind me of, oddly? And this is a really weird thing to be reminded of. But, I don't know if you've ever seen it, but there's this clip that goes around on the internet every now and again of like someone's leg, and then there's like a piece of mesh material in front of it, and then there's a load of mosquitoes on the far side of the mesh, and they're sort of sticking their pincer, or their whatever it is they use to bite you, through the mesh, and they're trying to bite the leg, but they can't quite because the distance is slightly longer than the length of their thing. And it's a really, really weird and unsettling clip to watch. If you look around on Reddit, I'm sure you can find it quite easily. But that's what this reminds me of. It's like a freeze frame, and we're walking along the top of the mesh, and all of these are the mosquitoes' insertion devices. Not very pleasant in the slightest. Right then, let's read this note and hope it's from somebody else other than the previous party, because I can't do more of that voice. I don't know how long I've been here. Weeks, years. Time doesn't seem to have meaning here. The snow never stops. It's never day or night. Fires never stop burning. Footprints never fade. I'm freezing. I have no food, but I'm still alive. I found a note on the other side of the bridge. Whoever wrote it seems to have vanished without a trace. Maybe they went on ahead, or maybe they were rescued. There is no way back. All the paths are blocked. I want to keep moving forward. I feel I need to, but it doesn't make any sense. I don't trust the feeling. It's false. I should be waiting for rescue or looking for food, not going further up the mountain. But I need to reach the peak. I need to understand. Please find me. I feel alone. What are we doing? We should go back. Yes, But, you know, we've come this far, and I have little interest in retreading over old ground, merely for the sake of putting my hand on the wrong part of the keyboard and getting really confused as to why I'm walking that way. Is that a house? It's more of a shack. Maybe they have a phone. I'd be surprised if they haven't. Yeah, I was just thinking I'd be amazed if they even have electricity. But at least we can get out of the wind, if nothing else. Ah, well, this is a pickle. Funky-licious tones. Also very loud funky-licious tones. Right. Elaine has been murdered. That's nice. Right. Did you not see it? Something. Everybody slow down. What happened? No. Don't know, but I do wish the music would calm down. I think I saw something. Like what? A bear? I don't know. Yeah. Yes, into the snow. Yes, it's bad. It's all wrong. It's all awful and terrible. I don't know. I'm just telling you what I saw. The footsteps just stop. Come on, let's check out the house. See if there is somebody there that can help. Maybe some ear medicine. Okay, it's calmed down a little bit. I'm infinitely grateful for it. Okay, there we are. There, that's much better. Dear oh dear oh dear. Hello, is anyone there? We need a phone, our friend. Silhouette, goodness. Leave, I don't have a phone. Please, we need help. I have a gun, if that would help, but I'm not going to give it to you. Go away, no one will get hurt. Oh good, he has a gun. Apparently this is a good thing. Please, our friend was taken by some demon creature, and we need... Opens window. Where? I don't see a window. Where's the window? I said leave! Oh. You're just a bunch of kids. Well, who did you think we were? We weren't Jehovah's Witnesses. Please, sir, we need... You have a gun. You could defend us. The gun's empty. Used the last bullet years ago, shooting some Jehovah's Witnesses, presumably. Oh dear. Poor souls, they do seem to get a bit of a bad rap, don't they? I know this is hard to hear, but please, don't go looking for your friend. You're nuts. Look, just listen. That thing that took your friend will only attack you if you try to reach the peak. If you don't try to move on forward, it'll leave you alone. I'm the proof. Please. Yes, please. Please forgive me for the secondary jump cut, for the secondary yawn which occurred. I do apologise, I went to record quite early this morning. I say quite early, it's 10 o'clock in the morning, which is criminally late to be yawning, but never mind. I've seen dozens of groups like you, and they all end up dead. What are you talking about? We cannot leave Elaine out there, and not even try to find her. No, you're right, we must keep moving. Please don't do this, you're just kids. I don't want you to die. I don't care what you think. I'm not leaving a friend to die because an old man in a shack said so. If you want to catch up to them, we need to leave now. You're right, let's go. I still feel like an empty gun would be useful. If for nothing else than as a cudgel. I still don't know where this mysterious window that's been spoken about is. Oh, goodness. Is that the window? In which case he must have been shouting very loud in order for us to hear. A dead end. Let's go back the other way. Graves, they look... I don't care. Elaine's still out there, and we need to get moving. They don't have names on them, do they? Shadows are quite cleverly done, but... no, I can't see a grave marker with her name on it, so that bodes well. Oh, there was a path up here. Well, that's good, because that means we are actually going up, which means we're going to get closer to the top of the mountain and meet Pathanax. Or possibly just get murdered. One or the other, potentially both. We have decided to take the only open route that leads further up the mountain. We will keep moving until we find a path to take us back down. I think the path to take you back down would be to stand at the edge and jump, but you know. At least, that's the plan. The others are behaving strangely, almost like they've given up on the rescue, or even finding our own way home. All they talk about is reaching the top of the mountain. Maybe there is something in the air, a hallucinogen or something. Or maybe it's just the hunger and the cold. It might be getting to me too. I've been seeing a silhouette just out of sight in the fog. I haven't got a good look at it yet. Anytime I catch a glimpse, it disappears. At first I thought it was a mountain lion, but now I'm not convinced. There's intelligence there. Well, there certainly isn't any up here, so it's good to know there's some around here to make up for my severe deficit. It's like we're being investigated, like it's waiting to see what we do. The further we move up the mountain, the closer it gets. Maybe it's all a hallucination, but I'm starting to think moving forward isn't such a good idea. I don't trust any others anymore, and I can't bring myself to split up with that being out there in the fog. Please find us. I don't wish to die. I do wish the mouse sensitivity was a little higher, however. Right then. Well, that's all nice and pleasant, isn't it? Yes, we certainly could get back by jumping off of here, but that wouldn't be quite murderous enough, I think. I think we need something a little bit more demonic to tear us limb from limb. It is, oh dear, oh dear. Good, more loud music. That's eating Leo. Well, we did say that would happen eventually, so that's good. Right. Yes. Lots of shouting. Probably what I should be doing to be heard over this horrifically loud music. What has gotten into you? It's got Elaine and now Leo. They could be dead for all we know. You think I don't care? You think I'm pushing forward because I want to? What do we stand to gain by standing here? We are sitting ducks. We stand a better chance if we keep moving forward. We can go back. We can keep moving forward. I really don't care. I'm not going to wait here for it to take us to. No. That's better. That's much better. Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. It's not just the fact that it's painfully loud, it's also the fact that when music in games gets loud, I have to shout in order to be heard. So, I don't really want to do that for the sake of annoying people. Right then, it looks like some sort of camp. This is... well, yes, quite indeed, perhaps. Any dinner? I thought it was shotgun shells at first, but no, I think they're cans or something. They were more prepared than we were. Well, we weren't very well prepared, so that isn't saying very much. Right then. What else do we have? We have a book. No, we don't. We have a jumper. I do apologize. Here we have a book. Right, we've got a criminally large number of jump cuts, and we haven't really done anything. Right then, I can't believe we found it. It's more incredible than I could have ever imagined. Our measurements were correct. The gravitational fluctuations are much stronger than our initial calculations. Time is warped here beyond any currently understood scientific explanation. Whatever this place is, it seems to have been floating through space and time since long before the birth of our sun. Did it have the tents with it at that time, or were those are more were those a more later organization? So this place, there's a logic to it. Why is it the person with glasses is the person that's constantly droning on about logic? A research group say that. I don't want to know. Let's just move on. Let's just keep moving. Nope. I want to see if there was anything in the boudoir. It looks like they were pulled out of their tents. Goodness. Didn't even get time to put their jumper on. It seems a bit weird they put tents up here instead of down there where they'd be kept warm by the fire. But never mind. What do I know? I don't know nothing. I just know that this looks like a pretty decent place for our final friend to get murdered. What have we here? Emma. I don't feel cold anymore. I also don't see the note. Oh, there it is. But I didn't see it. I don't feel much of anything, really. The bridge still isn't done. I don't know how long I've been here. Ben and Drew are gone. Whatever those things are took them. I made graves for them. It felt like the right thing to do. I wonder if someone will make a grave for me too, says Adam. Oh dear. I have a bad... Oh. Whew. Goodness. Good afternoon, gentlemen. There have been rather a lot of you. I see that man in the cabin wasn't fibbing when he, mentioned the numbers. Watch your step. It's a long way down. Are you alright? No. Perhaps his jaw's got pneumonia and frozen shut. Goodness. It's like one of those, Mandalorian starfighters from Star Wars. Oh, look! Oh, no. I thought it was a person. It's not a person, it's another note. Naturally. Well, look on the bright side. These are the people that actually managed to get across, and thus their bodies were actually overhit and buried. Rest in peace, Adam. Everyone deserves a proper burial. Oh, dear. Just hopefully not quite such a, not in such a manner that brings back memories of Campfell on Hope. Goodness. It does seem like we've made it a lot further than most people have, which I suppose is something good. I don't think we're supposed to be here. What are you talking about? This place. Whoever built it doesn't want people to come here. It's so threatening, it feels like a warning. I want to go back. I want to go home. We can't go back. I know. Goodness. So, I am beginning to understand what they meant by cosmic horror a little better now. My companions refused to believe. That's why they were taken. They lacked faith. Oh dear, we were chosen. And we didn't live up to expectations. I've never been the religious type, but this place is all the proof that I need. Oh dear, it is not a nice one. I can answer that question right here and right now. It's not a very nice one. I've seen it with my own two eyes, and I'm choosing to believe. I feel like if anyone's the chosen one, it's Sarah, given that she's the one that's been having the visions. Oh, lovely. Right then, we have some very interesting artwork here, which is most curious. This one reminds me a little bit of Icarus towards the sun. This one doesn't really remind me of anything, apart from... Oh, that's interesting. It's like an upside-down man falling in front of an Illuminati symbol, whilst 24 of the demon creatures that have been murdering my compadres are all chained together into some sort of a human chain. Which is all a bit weird. And there's that icy fortress thing that I saw before, the hallucination, which I think also makes up the game icon. Indeed it do. Oh. This is nice. This is friendly and cheerful. This is the coffee morning, which I anticipated that I would enjoy with so much happiness. Dear. Impaled bodies. Quite a lot of them. This is a nice turn of horror, I must say. This makes a nice change from what the standard stuff we deal with. The architecture is incredible. I've never seen anything quite like it. No human could have built this. There is some sort of being up ahead. I think a sort of a similar word, like an antonym, might be more fitting. It's incredible, unknowable, and the creature hunting us doesn't want us to reach it. Oh, hello. I I don't know how, but I can feel I'm almost there. We live our lives searching for something incredible, something unique. I've just noticed that that thing is spinning around rather confusingly. Something worth dying for. That's what is at the end of this path. Something worth dying for. I know if I keep pushing forward, I'll be the first to see it. I know that it's worth it. It has to be worth it. 1936. Goodness. Is that the year of Amelia Earhart or something? Random strange thought just appeared into my brain. Was that? No, that was 1939. I do apologise. My mistake. I was trying to draw connections where none really existed. Well, that's interesting then. I originally thought that the being that was in charge of all this was trying to defend this place from... I have a bad feeling I know who those three belong to. Yes, I thought the demons were maybe trying to defend this place from us and all that came before us. But actually it seems as if they're trying to keep us away from here, as if somebody getting to there will lead to some even worse outcome. I killed one of them, one of the monsters that was following us. They move faster than anything I've ever seen, but they bleed red just like us. There should only be one left now. After I finish the bridge, I'll hunt it down and kill it too. Anything that stands between us needs to be extinguished. Is that a gun? Or is it a hammer? No, I think it's a hammer. Yes, it's a hammer. But, oh, I need to finish. Oh, these are boards. These aren't graves. Excellent. That I am grateful. Right then. Allow me to put my carpentry internship to good work. Huzzah. Can I bash you with this somehow? Oh. Friends. Romans. Countrymen. Allow me to bash this man's head in. And I thought Python code was difficult to read. I don't know why I'm being horrified by this, given that I'm the one that's doing it. I am horrified that I got through that without staining my clothes, which is quite amazing. That's a lot of jam. That's a lot of jam, but the wonderful thing about jam is it's biodegradable, as we've just observed here. Right then. Me and my hammer are going to get... Can we just... There we go. Just move the camera out of the way so that we don't have to kiss Elaine as we go through. Right then. Good afternoon. You probably don't feel very well, given all the blood must have rushed to your head after sitting here for a couple of 1,000 years. I finally made it. It's incredible. They were right. It was worth it. It was all worth it. That might be a word. I can tell it says unknown at the top, but I can't see what it says underneath. It's like AUEPNNDH, which I don't think is a word in any language, let alone this one. But might start with the word neither. But other than that, I'm not sure. These words are confusing my brain. Couldn't agree more. Madam. Oh good, with my death it has obtained its life essence and escaped from its prison. And now it's going to go for murderers. Oh good, I'm so glad I could be a part of that. Now we've just switched over to a phone's aspect ratio. Good. Well, I I destroyed the whole world and quite possibly murdered everybody, and also caused the blizzard, which is quite a lot to do with one's Tuesday morning, I must say. What do we have in the archive? Ooh, we have a piece of paper. Have some secret documents. What's all this about? Taking into account energy decay, current estimates of the age of whatever this thing range between 1.3 and 1.7 billion years. Launch likely affected between KPC. I have no idea what that is. From Earth, well outside the Milky Way. That's Norse. Began tracking gravitational anomaly in 1948, but instances of reports attributable to the anomaly date back to 1759. That's interesting. I know that gravity is generally... Man, I wish this font was easier to read. That's interesting. It's like it's moving across the United States as time goes by. I know that gravity is generally considered to be like the... if anything is going to alter time, it's going to be gravity. That seems to be the way that science goes. I don't know how exactly. Presumably this is where we are. Initial expedition encountered anomaly in 2013. Recovery team entered anomaly in 2024. So is this game set slightly into the future then? Lost radio contact with the expedition team. Time estimated 11:34 a.m. Last comprehensible transmission said figures in the fog. Expedition path becomes illogical. Markers frequently have no visible spatial relation to previous markers. Remains of final expedition camp. 2 remaining expedition members appear to have been killed and pulled from their tents. That was the camp that we saw. And the epicenter. No living member of the expedition team is believed to have reached the peak. Indeed. And here's a chart. A chart that terrifyingly I understand most of, which is a bit weird now that I think about it. What else do we have? We have some pictures of this spooky demon person. Oh, I begin to understand this image more now. So this is like the demon creature that we had at the top of the mountain. These are the bodies of all the people that I had to pass by, and then that's me sort of sacrificing my life essence, dying for, as they said in the previous bit. That allowed it to escape. And I think this might be telling the history of the demon, perhaps? It's like, here's Earth and the Sun, along with some little guardian creatures on the right-hand side, and they're seeing this demon captured within this space, for want of a better terminology, passing by. And then they somehow get involved with carrying the chains, not being chained up themselves. I think they're carrying the chains to the creature in order to chain it up and prevent it from escaping. And then presumably they took on the roles of guardians to prevent anyone from getting there and breaking the chains so that it could escape. And then this is sort of the prediction of the future of what would happen if it were ever able to escape. It would murder everybody. As it did, because I did that, because I'm dumb. And then here are some of the little screens that we saw. Yes, like that one, which I'm still not entirely sure what that is. That one where Superman lives. And this one where Superman dies, because presumably even he can't stand up to this thing. And then we have some nice little sort of screenshots of what we're doing. Wondering if I can nab one of these for a thumbnail. I should go back and find one of those. Let's have that one. There we are. That seems most fitting. Right then. Yeah. That's nice. That's nice little attention to detail. I like that. It sort of adds a little bit to the story and allows you to re-examine these images, which now make a lot more sense once you've seen the ending of the game, which is cute. I just wish it was easier to read this, because I feel like I maybe could read this, but it would take a long time. So look, that's dated 2054. When the hell is this game set? Judging by that car, which also they were talking about gas, and I'd really like to think that by 2054 we're not still using combustion engines, but what do I know? Right then, that was Zero Visibility. That was really cool, really nice and really fun. I like the the little mix of all the different mechanics, in the sense where we had the little sort of visual novel bit at the beginning where we were sort of setting the scene a bit like a cutscene, then we had the little bit where we were driving the car, and then we had the little bit on foot. So there was a nice bit of variety there, and it managed to do all three quite professionally and quite nicely, which is always a bit of a surprise. Most games just tend to find one thing that they're good at and stick to it, and when they try to do more than one thing, they end up mucking one of them up. But this one didn't do that. It did it very nicely, with a very nice, as I said before, sort of change of pace when it comes to the style of horror. This more sort of cosmic horror thing, rather than it just being a person in a pig suit attempting to stab you with a baseball bat covered in nails, which makes a lovely change as far as I am concerned. Right then, that was a hell of a thing. I hope you enjoyed it. I certainly did. Thank you very much for joining me this evening, ladies and gentlemen. Look after each other, and